him right now.
Yeah. Looks like this is going to go down, but he does have a wall in set up.
He's going to have to cancel the CC
Oh, I'm sorry.
outside,
It does not go down. Yeah. Wait, what? He's like, wait a minute, I've changed my mind.
Yeah, he wants to kill this reactor really bad because if Hellions land on that and start being made, that's really good for him.
Okay, going for the command center now. Note that Zerg is droning behind this. So he's not actually at all
now
trying to end this game immediately. He says, okay, I've crippled him enough. He's economically gimped. His build is off now.
Yeah.
He has all these funny structures put together. He's got this bunker. He's got this eBay that he can't truly utilize right now. He can't do his one base, Terran armor, timing push, follow-up, Artosis.
Probably not. That would be pretty bad.
Yeah.
But this actually, I feel like this also shows, again, the difference between someone like Innovation and someone like Forte. I think Innovation was snap, canceled that, and restarted it, and just had his command center up way faster. But he waited until the Lings got it like really low. And like that would be something you would do that like as a Protoss because it's not like you're going to start the Nexus in your main base and then float it to your natural, right? So like you let him attack it until it's almost dead. But here, you cancel it and build it again.
Yeah.
Like,
it's just
you're going to have to. You may as well do it earlier, right?
Well, it's hard too when you're in a live match like this, where you're just suddenly watching yourself. Have you ever had that when you're in a game?
Yeah.
It's super important.
Like, look
and
at this guy. He's so bad.
Yeah. That's what you're saying to yourself, though. You're like, oh. Because I think Forte is wise enough to know that, but when it happens that fast, because he did not react immediately like he should have.
Yeah. Third CC being made. A decent way for him to try to come back here. But this is a two-base layer from Mr. L.
Mr. L?
Yeah.
Well, the Hellions now coming out here. We got the Liberator coming. I'm not sure what the proper play is for Terran here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, well, comeback situations, like when you get a little bit behind like this, always get a little bit complicated because, you know, you got to kind of feel out what your opponent is doing as well. And there is always the possibility of just playing a really fantastic macro game and coming back. But trying to go across here with a drop, yeah, he doesn't even have stim, so even if it gets in, you're not going to kill that much.
It really is so important that Terran gets that expansion up early. Without that, especially with the way that Zergs are nowadays, you're able to muster up so much and so good at knowing when to pull out and when to engage a Terran. I mean, the idea is still there, right? He's trying to come in here. He's trying to slow things down. It's not exactly that effective, though. Let's see. I think the HP on that was pretty low, right?
It's getting low, yeah. Quite low indeed.
He might not be able to get out of here.
That Widowmine actually hasn't shot yet. Yeah,
he actually got it. Yeah.
And he actually pulled drones to... Okay, yeah, he gets a Ling back there to die. So that's good. And look at this, a nice pull against the Liberator. So this stuff is like maybe slowing his economy down a little bit, but it's not that big a deal. And with the... I like the fact that he's going for two-base Muta.
Yeah,
the Mutalist,
that's super cool.
Yeah, like any crazy cheesy type stuff that he will do won't work because of the Mutas. And then also, even if he's going for something like he is going for, the third command center, because he was so stalled out on the first one, the normal advantages against two-hatch Muta are gone. Like normally against two-hatch Muta, you just, when the first attack comes, you're a little bit small on Ling Bane. Like you're just a little bit light on all that, and it makes it very tough to hold. But he's stalled out the economy so much that this is almost like catch-all for Losira. He can do damage, he will stop any all-ins, and he's not going to have that huge punishment timing that Terrans sometimes hit if the Mutalist player can't find any damage.
And getting the third up after Terran's lost a whole lot of these units. He lost that Medevac, he lost that Liberator, he lost that Widowmine. He wasn't trading any units with that. He just lost that. The third base is going to be very hard to secure. Ooh, that's a good catch, too. So that was a bit of a gamble there by Forte. Forte hit the two Widowmines over there, hoping that maybe the Mutas would come in and start hitting that command center. But it's not going to work. But that is a pretty smart play there by Forte to try to be sneaky.
Yeah. If you catch that, those fly into the two mines, and everything turns on its head. Like your whole rush was for naught. That's really expensive units. You cannot be losing Mutas early on unless you're trading them for a huge amount of damage.
So the Mutas are now going to poke in. Again, he does have to be vigilant about those Widowmines. The other two Widowmines, or same two Widowmines, are actually put now above that refinery, which is really smart.
He does know that there are two Widowmines out, so that might help him to dodge getting hit there. Loses a Muta there, not really doing any damage yet.
Command center can't land just yet.
Yeah. Just slowing him down as much as he can. He's got his 1-1 on the way that is a little bit late. Baneling speed on the way. And the Baneling speed should be done before Forte really does an attack, because right now he's kind of in secure everything against Mutalisks mode.
Right.
So you're not really going to attack this early on. Lasir's creep spread is not bad either.
No, he's in pretty good shape overall.
Yeah. Not minding that position. It's just the slight lateness of the upgrades, but... Ooh.
That was really close. Artie.
Yeah, still loses a little bit. Mutas have been a little bit lackluster compared to what he was hoping for, I'm sure.
Well, I think the idea, though, was still pretty good. Like you were saying earlier, Toast, is the fact that, he couldn't get that extra command center up. It negates the strength that you have against two-base Muta. Because one-base Terran, the difference between one-base Terran and two-base Terran for starts is pretty huge.
Oh, yeah.
Unless you're doing some kind of crazy pressure build like we've seen Byun do, where he's actually just doing so much damage that it kind of works out anyways.
Yeah.
Anyways, we have the push coming up here for Terran. It's going to be on the creep. Let's see how far he can actually go and if he overextends.
Well, the thing is, he shouldn't be able to do much. 1-1 Baneling speed, all done. Even +1 carapace for these mutas, so these are fighting mutas. You get +1 carapace when you know you're going to be engaged in Marines. And,
that's right.
Like, he's completely ready. The push can't do anything, whereas the normal timing of this against a 2-hatch muta would have been a little bit scarier, so... Because it would have become earlier than this, obviously, if you don't lose that command. But still trying to get some sort of pressure on. I'm a little bit afraid for him, because if you lose, like, these medevacs and this army... That's not good. That puts Lasir into a great spot.
We basically have a much smaller army from Terran because of what happened at the start. So he's even at more risk when he's moving out like this. But then again, Terran doesn't really have that